What's up YouTube? Welcome to Max Farm. Welcome back. For today's video, we'll be talking about processing hay. And processing hay, I'm trying to make you understand what is really involved in processing hay, the timing you need to check when processing your hay. Before we move on, don't forget to click the subscription button, notification button, so that when we upload new videos, you'll be notified. And in today's video, we're talking about processing hay. Now in processing hay, I'll be showing you what I'm talking about because I'm going to pay a visit to a farm to get some hays, which is going to take me a couple of days to process because of the weather. And that's what today's video is going to be all about. When you get hay, make sure you get hay at a point where the rain is not much, because when the rain is in excess, you find it hard to get the best out of this hay, and at the end of the day, it loses its value. Not just its value, the rabbits won't really feed on them. You can only just use them for nest boxes, or for those that want to go into deep litter system, you can put them on the floor. Back to the issue, don't forget to click the subscription button please, and the notification button, and please help share the video to help grow the channel also, and give me a means of encouragement to keep on doing what I'm doing. We'll be right back to take you to the farm to talk about what we have to talk about today. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is the farm. It's a rice straw farm. The owner of the farm is trying to reduce the height so that the crops can get enough space for more production. And for today, I'm talking about processing hay, which is going to be something you need to look in. And don't get excess grasses or hay, because drying them during this period is going to be something of great difficult goal to achieve. If there's excess rain, if you put them under the rain and water drops on them, the rabbits won't really love them. They can form mold, which is going to be bad for your rabbits. So in processing this hay, make sure you have enough time, enough space to get a good place to dry them. From here, now we're taking them home. We'll spread them on the floor. With the weather, it's going to take at least 2 to 3 days, because once it's about to rain, I have to pack them. So you can see it's not going to be an easy job. It's going to take about 2 to 3 days to dry them up. When they're dried, we bag them, keep them in a good store to avoid any source of mold or cold on them, because when you have such on them, it's going to be an issue for your rabbits. Now in processing hay, it mustn't be rice straw please. If you have any grass around you, still the same process. I'll be going home now to show you the next step. Thank you. And this is what I'm saying. This is, you can see it looks very green. Even the chickens are trying to nibble on them. It's just from the farm, which I'll be going to the farm to get more bags. This is strictly rice straw. Yes, it looks like normal grasses, but this is not grass. This is not lemon grass, it's rice. When they farm rice, this is what it looks like before it starts producing. Now this is richer than getting the rice straw after harvest, but you're not after the protein level, you're after the fiber level. So by using this as a source of fiber is very, very good, and it is far, far richer than you getting them after harvest. Now I'll leave them outside for some days so that it can wilt a little. The water content in it will like drop a little. When it drops, it's a little bit dried. We bag, we take them to the store, and we serve daily for the rabbits. And we don't just use this as a source of fiber, we use it also in our nest boxes for rabbits to litter. Yes, it's very, very good. I'll be uploading a video on that subsequently, using hay or dried grasses for nest boxes for your rabbits, and why it is very, very important. Now this is rice straw. This is one part of hay I normally get yearly for my rabbits, but funny enough, I know to some people this is much, but I don't see this lasting for a very, very long time. And this rice straw be given to rabbits fresh. Will they eat it? Yes, they will. But you have to be careful. Now, what do I mean by you have to be careful? You have to be careful the rabbits you give. Now I'm going to the back where my rabbits are, and I won't be giving the winners. I can't take that risk because, as I earlier said, it's best dried. This is the winner section where I have a lot of wind rabbits. They are mainly young ones here. I can't risk giving them these green grasses. They are more of a Cali's, New Zealand's and chinchillas here that I just wind. And here are the Angoras, which I can't even take that risk. But I'll be heading to the back where I have some adults, and you can see she's already up. Will she eat it? Yes, she's eating it. One is enough, but I can't take that risk of giving them too many. It is best dried. This one is the one I just weaned her own babies. You can see how well they love this rice straw. But since it's not dried, I can't call it straw. It's just going to serve as forage. Whatever form you give them, for adults, they can eat it. They will surely eat it. But it's best served dried because you're giving them in large quantity, not in little tips like this. Now let me look for another rabbit. These are wind rabbits, but I can't give them. This one here is an American chinchilla with snuffles. She's under medication, which I'll be uploading drugs you can use for them, but not now. It's going to be a video for another day. It's a gradual thing. I'll be taking the whole step gradually. There's an American chinchilla, and a doe behind her is her daughter. That one is she was the last one I used for the video alongside her mother. You can see she lost them. Now this is rich, very rich, very good for them. You can use them anytime and any day, but as I earlier mentioned, please make sure they are dried. Now I'm showing you these videos one by one to make you understand that yes, they can eat them fresh. Is it advisable to give them fresh? No. I won't recommend you feeding them fresh in any way whatsoever. I'll take. It's been 24 hours and some parts of the haze are now dried. And I'm serving them the first batch today. I'll be giving each rabbit we have in the farm. And in giving them, we'll be tying them in little lumps like this, one per rabbit in each room, with some winners we harvested. Give some to the winners and Calibuck I reserved. As you can see, it loves it, but this is just like first time for me giving them this form of hay, so it's going to take a couple of days before they get used to it. But when you introduce new stuffs like this, it's good you place them in little multivitamins to boost their appetites. The little birds are dried on the zinc today is already dried. That is the joy of processing hay. If the sun is excessively hot with a hot surface, it doesn't take time to dry. So I'm not giving them in large quantity because it's not fully dried. But I know they can eat it and I won't have to worry about issue with cocci, diarrhea or bloat. And I'm giving all of them. After a couple of days of serious drying and serious labor, this is what we have from all the hay we got. But we'll be serving them for a day or two. But this is what it's supposed to look like when it's dried or wilted. You can see it's not as dark as it was before. It's more of a light green color. not dark green, but now it's dried. I can serve any age of rabbits and with little or nothing to think about concerning having issues you can't manage. And this is what processing here is all about. You can try this at home. Whatever is available close to you, you get them, you dry them. After a couple of days, you serve your hay. Welcome back. I hope I've done little justice to how important hay is, and I need you to understand that feeding your rabbits hay is not because they love just grasses. It helps keep their digestive system in check because they have the system to break enough level of fiber. What do I mean by that? When producing compounded or pelletized feed, there's a certain level of fiber required to be in the feed they're compounding. But when you're feeding them this hay, the level of fiber in this hay is more than the feed you're compounding. It's to make you understand that for the fact you're producing your own feed, it doesn't mean they are safe. They need that high level of fiber to prevent issues that has to do with the digestive system, because the major issue you don't pray to witness in your farm is GI stasis. It doesn't have a cure. You just have to put the rabbit down when there's a serious blockage, and that blockage can occur from a lot of things, like when you have let me say like cartons, people that keep rabbits in cartons, or there's a carton in the room and they chew, it goes to block their system. They chew their nest boxes made from plastics or rubbers, it can block their system. Then also I said I was going to talk about it in my next video, but it's good I just say it now. Why do I put hay in my nest boxes? Because outside the fact it helps is things for the dough. Most of the does, if you've taken note of that, when they litter, they feed on the four in the next box. Yes, they feed on them. And if you are not giving that rabbit enough fiber, it can lead to GI block. I've seen cases where you see people talking about my nursing doe is not eating that well, she's not feeding that well, she's already showing you a sign of blockage. She has taken in too much of her four. It's not allowing the flow move the way it's supposed to be. So you need that fiber. When she has that hay in her boxes, before she's going to win those rabbits, you notice she has eaten practically 80% of that hay, which is going to be less of her eating her four. So it's not just helping her make the next box, she's going to feed on them, while the babies will feed on her poo. Yes, the first thing a baby rabbit feeds on is the mother's poo. That poo, the feces, is going to help introduce good bacteria into the digestive system of the rabbit. So when you see little waste of feces inside the nest box, don't remove them, just allow it to be. And also help put their teeth in check. They have this tendency of continuous growth for their teeth. It helps keep their teeth in check, helps reduce issue of keeping rabbits together. I've seen cases like that. You see them eating each other's fur while they're still alive, not even dead. They are feeding on each other because the fiber level is low. They need to get themselves busy to chew something. So just give them that hay. If you don't have it available, in my previous video I dropped some numbers in the description button for people that can help you source good hay in the north. I'll still be dropping it again. Please contact them. Done for today, and our next video is going to be forages. Sorry I had to do this video before going to greens and forages, and that will be something I'll be combining with fruits. Pellets and compounded feed will be the last video for feeding rabbits. Have a lovely day, happy farming, and please don't forget to click the subscription button and the notification button, and please help share this video to people that are in need, because I still see the same issue I've talked about. People are asking the same questions. Have a lovely day, happy farming, and remain blessed.